The Concept of Strategy, Foundations of Strategic Management, by Robert M. Grant. Welcome to the world of strategy, a world not of dry plans and rigid blueprints, but of unifying themes, coherent actions, and the relentless pursuit of success. This is the story of how individuals and organizations navigate complex environments to achieve their most ambitious goals. It begins with two seemingly different icons, Stefani Germanotta, better known as Lady Gaga, and Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Their stories, though worlds apart, reveal the very heart of what strategy truly is. Lady Gaga's rise wasn't merely about musical talent. It was a masterclass in building a persona. Her strategy used music as a foundation, but built a global phenomenon by combining shock value, theatrical fashion, and a powerful social media presence. She didn't just sell albums. She sold an identity, a sense of belonging for her little monsters. She understood the post-digital entertainment economy, prioritizing market presence first, then monetizing it through concerts, merchandise, and endorsements. Her success was a carefully orchestrated alignment of a clear vision with the realities of her environment. Meanwhile, in a Seattle garage, Jeff Bezos was driven by a different vision. He saw the internet not just as a bookstore, but as the foundation for the everything store. Amazon's early strategy was singular: get big fast. Profitability was sacrificed for growth, for deep customer relationships, and for building an unbeatable technological and logistical platform. Books were merely the starting point. Bezos's profound belief was that scale, customer centricity, and relentless innovation would redefine retail. He viewed Amazon first and foremost as a technology company, a belief that would later lead to Kindle, Amazon Web Services, and more. What links the pop superstar and the tech titan? Their success stems from four common strategic pillars. First, simple, consistent, and long-term goals. Gaga was devoted to stardom. Bezos was obsessed with leveraging the web. Second, a profound understanding of their competitive environment. Gaga grasped the new economics of music and social media. Bezos saw the web's potential for convenience and price leadership. Third, an objective appraisal of their resources. Both knew their own strengths and augmented them brilliantly. Gaga with her House of Gaga creative team, Bezos by hiring experts in logistics and merchandising. Fourth, and crucially, effective implementation. Their determination and ability to galvanize others turned vision into reality. The concept of strategy is ancient, with roots in military generalship and Sun Tzu's The Art of War. The core distinction has always been between strategy, the overall plan to win the war, and tactics, the schemes to win individual battles. In business, this evolved from the rigid corporate planning of the 1950s and 60s, with its 5-year forecasts, into what we now call strategic management. The oil shocks and increased competition of the 1970s shattered the illusion that the future could be neatly predicted. Strategy became less about detailed roadmaps and more about positioning a company to maximize profit in a competitive landscape. This focus sharpened in the 1980s with Michael Porter's work on industry analysis and competitive advantage. Then, in the 1990s, the spotlight turned inward with the resource-based view, which argued that a firm's unique internal resources and capabilities are the true source of sustainable advantage. Porter famously stated that strategy is about being different, about choosing a unique set of activities to deliver a unique mix of value. In the turbulent 21st century, with digital disruption, winner-takes-all markets, and accelerating change, strategy has become even more dynamic. Less about fixed plans and more about creating options, fostering innovation, and seeking uncontested blue oceans. So what is strategy today? At its broadest, it is the means by which individuals or organizations achieve their objectives. It's not a detailed instruction manual, but a unifying theme that provides direction and coherence. We can describe a firm's strategy by asking two fundamental questions. Where does it compete? And how does it compete? The where relates to industries, markets, customers, and geographic scope. This is the realm of corporate strategy. The how relates to establishing a competitive advantage within those arenas. This is business or competitive strategy. For Lady Gaga, extending her brand into concerts and games was a corporate strategy decision. Her ever-changing visual theatrics were part of her business strategy for competing in entertainment. Identifying a firm's strategy requires detective work. We look at public statements, mission, vision, and strategy declarations on websites, but we also scrutinize its actions, where it invests, what patents it files, what products it launches. There's often a gap between what a company says and what it does. How is strategy actually made? This is a great debate. The design school sees it as a rational, top-down process of analysis and planning. The emergence school, championed by Henry Mintzberg, sees strategy as a pattern that emerges from a stream of decisions, often through adaptation and learning. The truth for most organizations lies in planned emergence, a blend of central direction and decentralized adaptation. A company like Google operates with a few guiding principles, while much of its strategy emerges from its team's experiments and responses to a fast-changing world. Strategy performs several vital roles. It acts as a decision support system, simplifying complex choices and providing rules of thumb in a world of bounded rationality. It is a coordinating device, aligning the actions of thousands of employees toward common goals. It sets a target, creating what Gary Hamel and C.K. Prahlad called strategic intent, an ambitious goal that stretches the organization, like Toyota's early quest to beat Detroit. And, perhaps most importantly, it provides animation and orientation, like a map that motivates lost soldiers to start walking. Even if the map is of the wrong mountain range, strategy mobilizes people, giving them focus and direction. This leads to a critical ethical question. In whose interest is strategy? Who benefits from the value a business creates? The shareholder view, dominant in the US and UK, holds that a company's primary duty is to maximize profits for its owners. The stakeholder view, more common in Europe and Asia, sees the firm as a coalition of interests, employees, customers, suppliers, communities, that management must balance. The bitter takeover of Cadbury by Kraft Foods laid this conflict bare. Cadbury's culture of principled capitalism and community care clashed with Kraft's perceived focus on shareholder returns, sparking protests and debate. The pursuit of profit alone is often a poor guide. Truly great companies are often driven by a deeper purpose. Henry Ford's vision of a car for the masses, Google's mission to organize the world's information. Profit is like breathing, essential for life, but not the purpose of living. A compelling purpose motivates employees and builds loyalty in ways that a profit target never can. This connects directly to the modern debate on corporate social responsibility, CSR. Free market purists like Milton Friedman argued CSR is unethical, as managers spend owners' money on social projects. Others argue that in the 21st century, companies are social entities with responsibilities to their broader network of relationships and to the planet itself. The principles of strategy are not confined to for-profit corporations. Not-for-profit organizations, from charities like Oxfam to universities like Harvard, also need strategy. The core benefits, improved decision-making, coordination, and target setting, are equally vital. The tools of analysis may need adaptation, especially for organizations that don't charge for services and instead compete for donations and grants. But the fundamental quest for effective direction remains the same. The framework that ties this all together is elegant. Successful strategy forms a bridge between the firm and its external environment. The firm brings its goals and values, its resources and capabilities, and its structure and systems. The external environment is defined by its industry, customers, competitors, suppliers. The magic of strategy is achieving strategic fit, aligning what the firm is good at with the opportunities and demands of the outside world. When fit is achieved, as with Lady Gaga's persona and the digital media landscape or Amazon's systems and the rise of e-commerce, extraordinary success can follow. When fit is lost, decline begins. This journey through the concept of strategy shows that it is not a search for simple answers. It is a complex, contested field filled with debates between planning and emergence, shareholders and stakeholders, profit and purpose. Studying strategy won't give you a quick fix formula. Instead, it provides a set of lenses and tools to understand the fundamental drivers of success, to untangle complex problems, and to navigate toward a future where you can create genuine value in a way that you can be proud of. The story of strategy is Ultimately, the ongoing story of how we attempt to shape our destiny.